Sportsman Trophy Dash. I'll be back with you in 1 second. Starting on the pole in car number 33 from St. Mary's, Ohio, the driver is Carl Stapleton. Flanking him in car number 70, Germantown, Ohio driver. I guess he cleaned house last night at a local racetrack. Car number 70, Joe Hill. In the second row, car 26 from Columbus. The feature winner from last Saturday here at the Speedway, it's Gary Carter. Gary Carter in 26. And finally, your new track record holder, car number 74. He came into tonight's program as second ranked point standing in the point standings. It's Ken Sword, set a track record tonight. 4 laps, the Limited Sportsman Trophy Dash. Stapleton leads the field down the backstretch. They round turn 4. He'll lead lap number 1. Joe Hill trying to hang on the outside. Halfway signal this time. Now Hill will try to get underneath Stapleton off the 4th turn. He can't do it. Here comes the track record holder moving on the outside of Joe Hill. Starter Jim Paul with the white flag this time. Sword and Hill in very tight quarters through turns 1 and 2. The winner, his first Trophy Dash of 1993, Carl Stapleton. Ken Sword finishes second. Third goes to Joe Hill. And out back in 4th, Gary Carter. Race for the Limited Sportsman Division. The lineup goes a little bit like this. We've got Terry Pertee in car number 63 on the pole. Alongside in 18 is Tim Degan. The second row, car number 3, Ron Holbein Jr. And outside of him in 65, 65 is Mike Matthews. The third row in car 53, that's Russ Bob from Beaver Creek. And alongside of him in 77, Bob Bocook. Then we've got car 29, Bob Justice. 02, Charlie Osborne. And 93, I have to check on driver's name on that. 93. In 93, I'll get these names down, Pat. John Adams. John Adams in 93. 8 laps for these gentlemen for the first Sportsman Heat Race. Dagan, your leader, off the second turn. He kind of got to the middle of that turn and come down. Pertese missed him, but barely. Tim Dagan out front. Terry Pertese, first time here at the Speedway in a limited sportsman car, runs second. Ron Holbein is third. Now Bob Bocook off the pace in car 77. The man on the move is car 29, Bob Justice, but he makes contact actually down in turn number 2 with Ron Speedway. So we'd like to welcome them aboard the NASCAR Winston Racing Series program here at Columbus Motor Speedway. By the way, Tim Dagan much faster than his qualifying time, so he breaks out. So he went to the tail. We allow them to go a half a second, I believe it is, faster than their qualifying time. Dagan much faster than his qualifying time. So he goes to the tail, and we'll get a restart. Terry Pertese takes the green flag on the restart. Bob Justice tries to move around the outside of Pertese sideways off the second turn, and Justice takes over. They'll complete the third lap this time. It's Bob Justice moving out. Terry Pertese second, but now Russ Bob goes to the inside of the car 63. Halfway this time. Now Charlie Osborne runs fourth. He's working on Terry Pertese for third spot. Bob Justice, Russ Bob. Now Osborne up to challenge Russ Bob for second spot. And a spin. Big time. Terry Pertese in car 63. The white flag this time by as Osborne challenges Russ Bob for second spot. Justice way out front, and he'll win this race. Your winner, Bob Justice. The race will be for second. Second is Russ Bob. Third, Charlie Osborne. Fourth, finishing driver is Tim Dagan back from the tail, and Ron Holbein runs in fifth. Car 66 on the pole is Paul Baker. Second, or starting outside of him in 20, that's Mike Brown. Then comes Zero Hill on the inside of the second row, beside Buddy Townsend in 76. Mike Rush and Sam Heckman compose the third row. They're followed by Jim Kidd, Randy Sward, and Jim Cruz. 8 laps for the second Limited Sportsman Heat Race. Baker and Brown slugging it out for that top spot. They'll finish the second lap, this time by the start-finish line. Still, Paul Baker Jr. holds the inside. Mike Brown the outside groove. They swap a little paint down in 3 and 4. Halfway. Now Baker, your clear leader. They were out here testing, I think, Thursday night, blew a motor, blew an engine in that car. They pulled in a little earlier. They were putting the engine back in the pit area. Of course, Baker accomplished in the street stock division, but moves up to the limited sportsman class this year. White flag for Paul Baker Jr. He's followed by Mike Brown and Zero Hill. Now Mike Rush tries to get inside of Zero Hill but can't make the pass stick for that third position. Rush will try the outside this time by, but he's not going to do that either. Your winner, Paul Baker Jr. Mike Brown is second. Third goes to Mike at Zero Hill. Fourth, Mike Rush, and fifth, Randy Sward. From Reynoldsburg, Ohio, your fourth fastest qualifier, Bobby Edwards. Edwards in car number 7. Alongside the current point leader, track record holder. He qualifies third fast tonight. From Miamisburg, Ohio, John Vallow. In the third starting position, the 1992 track champion here at the Speedway. Second in the track point standings entering tonight's competition. From Columbus, Donnie Renner, second fast qualifier tonight. And on the tail, quite a story here. First time out for this car. Brand new, they thrashed all week. Started on it Monday and didn't have any sheet metal on it as late as Wednesday. Turns in the fast qualifying time tonight. He'll be in competition here tomorrow in the AC Delco Challenge Series action. From Columbus, car number 71, your fast qualifier, Gary St. Amant. The inversion drawn by Gary St. Amant, was a number 14. So that means St. Amant will start in 14th position in the feature. And the 14th fastest qualifier will start on the pole. start, but everybody makes it through. Edwards tries to fend off John Vallow down the backstretch. Here comes St. Amant in 71. Now St. Amant sideways. John Vallow the leader. Bobby Edwards is second. The halfway signal out this time around. Now Vallow moves out to a 8 or 10 car length advantage as they traverse the backstretch. White flag. Vallow driving the wheels off that car in the trophy dash. He'll win it easily. His first one of the season, John Vallow. Bobby Edwards comes home second, Donnie Renner third, and Gary St. Amant in fourth. Model first heat race. Starting on the pole in car 79, Cal Busch. Flanking him in 16, it's Mike Simpson. The second row, Don Johnson and Craig Leist. And in row number 3, Skip Thornton. And starting out back in 19, Carlton Smith. We also had car number 10 scheduled in this event. But that Greg Markham, he blew the engine in qualifying, so he was a no-show. Scratch for the evening. 10 laps for the late model first heat race. Mike Simpson moves out to the early lead over Cal Busch and Don Johnson. Simpson the leader. Second is Busch, but now Craig Leist putting the pressure on him. Now Leist moves to second. He'll say his sights on Mike Simpson. Halfway. Leist reeling in Mike Simpson. Mike Simpson, Craig Leist, Cal Busch. Simpson slowing. Looks like he might have a flat or something. That right rear tire on Simpson's car looks to be deflating. Leist and Simpson go at it in turn 4. A white flag in the starter's hand. Now Simpson sideways in the fourth turn. He holds on to it. Leist looks for a way around. There's Leist on the outside. It'll be a close one. Simpson sideways. Oh! Here winner, his first heat race win ever on pavement. Fudge Leist in car 52. That's his nickname. Craig Leist, car number 52 from Piketon, Ohio. Let's hear it. Everybody give this guy a big hand. He's the defending track champion 2 years running at KC Raceway in the late model division, and he steps into the pavement wars in 1993. On the pole in car number 39, Randy Maynard Jr., and alongside of him in 47, Larry Harris from Columbus. The second row, car 64, Bobby Fye, and beside him in 94, Robbie Dean. The third row, car number 5 out of New Lebanon, Ohio, Bussy Blackford, and car 59, Burgess White. Finally on the tail in car number 15, Mike Carroll. 10 lapper, a late model second heat race. Holds on to that narrow advantage. Now pulls out a little bit on Larry Harris. Bobby Fye, Robbie Dean, and Bussy Blackford all in waiting. Now Fye takes over second. Blackford is third. Robbie Dean up to fourth. Fye right on the back bumper of Maynard. Cross flag signifying halfway this time. Here comes the Big Bird. Robbie Dean disposes of Bussy Blackford for third spot. Slips in turn one. Fye tries to get a nose under, but he can't do it off the second corner. Bobby Fye and Robbie Dean slug it out for second position. Maynard again, squirrely in the fourth turn. Here comes Fye. The white flag this time, and Robbie Dean is challenging for the lead. White flag. Dean tries to pull ahead up beside Maynard the second corner. He can't do it. We'll see what happens here. Your winner, Randy Maynard Jr. Bobby Fye comes home second. Robbie Dean third. Bussy Blackford is fourth, and fifth, Larry Harris. On the track, car number 11 will start first. That's Dick Dunleavy Jr. from New Carlisle, Ohio. Second in 26 is Bill Cantley. We'll have to get, by the way, we'll have to talk to Bill and see if he wants to take that Clark Oil Challenge tonight. Starting third in car number 1, Terry Humphrey. He's flanked by Mike Ward in 61. And finally out back, Lonnie Rush, senior in 83. And Vic Tannerelli in car number 6. 10 laps. out front in the black 11. Now Bill Cantley challenging Dunleavy for the lead. Terry Humphrey runs third, Lonnie Rush fourth. Flags will tell everybody halfway this time by. Now Humphrey pulls up on the deck lid of Dunleavy. Humphrey and Cantley in heated battle for second position. Mike Ward and Lonnie Rush join the fray. White flag this time for Dick Dunleavy Jr. Backpedals on the outside. Your winner in 11, Dick Dunleavy Jr. Second is Terry Humphrey. Third, Lonnie Rush. Fourth, Bill Cantley. And fifth, Mike Ward. Trophy Dash on the pole in 35. That's Tom Idle. Alongside in 13, Dale Brown. The second row in car number 70. That's Heavy Hill. And beside him in 22, Donald Parsons III. With fast time tonight. 4 laps, the fastest 4 street stock qualifiers. Heavy Hill with some interesting shenanigans on the backstretch. Dale Brown out front in 13. Tom Idle is second in car 35. Halfway this time, 2 down, 2 to go. A white flag for Dale Brown. Now Hill squeezes inside of Tom Idle for second. Hill will take over the runner-up spot down the backstretch. But he won't have enough time to catch your leader and winner, Dale Brown in car number 13. I believe that's his first ever Trophy Dash victory. I'll be with, let's see, starting on the pole in car 79. See if I can remember all these names. Car 79, 79. I'm searching my repertoire here. Here we go. Don Holland in 79. First time out for that driver. Roy Harding is second in 74. Then comes Brian McDowell in 73. Rodney Roush in R7. Denver Wise is in 20. That's Tom Hond in 52. Bob Miller in 0. Clyde Trowbridge in 69. Mike Taylor in 23. Randy Taylor in 53. Glenn Miller in 45. And Russ Harper in car number 10. That's Don Holland and Roy Harding leading the pack of cars around the fourth turn. A lap and a half in the record books. And here comes Clyde Trowbridge making a move off turn number 4. Trowbridge going through the pack like a hot knife through butter. Rodney Roush is third. Denver Wise fourth. Halfway this time. That's Don Holland in the lead. But here comes Roy Harding challenging again on the outside. Harding squirrely off the second turn. They swap some paint. Trowbridge is up to third. He's got a front row seat for that action. Two laps to go. Oh my goodness, they made it through there somehow. Mike Taylor in 23 now. Moves up to challenge. Mike Taylor now to the outside of Don Holland. Half a lap to go. Taylor moving in 23. Hello. Swap a little paint on fourth turn. It'll be a close one. Mike Taylor, your winner. Bada bing, bada boom. Mike Taylor, your winner. Let's see here. We got Fred Hartzell and Brian New on the front row. They're followed by Herm Hundley and Rick Honecker. Then comes Jamie Hunt in 93 and 02. That's Vic Matheson. Herb Pennington and Norman Ackerman make up row number 4. Then comes Bruce Holmes in 88, Jim McCauley in 33, and Darrell Dexter in car number 5. 8 laps lay ahead these gentlemen in their heat race. Herm Hundley spins on the front stretch. Here later is Fred Hartzell. Brian New currently second, but Rick Honecker is moving on the outside. Meantime, Jamie Hunt in 93 begins to make his presence known. Jamie Hunt in 93 moves past Brian New, but it's still Fred Hartzell holding the top spot. Fred Hartzell, Jamie Hunt, Brian New, Rick Honecker, Herb Pennington, and Vic Matheson, your top 6 runners. Now Hunt up alongside Fred Hartzell. And your new leader is Jamie Hunt. Hartzell's car seems to be slowing. Hunt the leader. We got major fender bending action down in turn 1. White flag, this time for Jamie Hunt. Rick Honecker and Fred Hartzell now in a tussle for second. No doubt about the winner this one. Jamie Hunt, your winner. Second was too close for me to call. Fred Hartzell, they tell me, finishes second. Rick Honecker finishes third. Heat event. See, Bubba Parsons is in 12, and Joe Pittenger in 37. 17 is Steve Tuttle, 27 Dave Dysinger, 30 Bill Hundley, 9 Kenny Thomas. Then comes 18 Bo Davis, and 77 Don Townsend Jr., Mr. Excitement. Ron Magus is in 00, 87 Randall Borman, and 24 Mike Hamilton. Bubba Parsons. Steve Tuttle moves up to second. Steve Tuttle second, Joe Pittenger third, Dave Dysinger runs fourth. Now Tuttle will challenge for the lead. Pittenger way up in turn number 2. Halfway. Bubba still leads the parade. Steve Tuttle hangs on to second. Dysinger third, Bill Huntley fourth. And the white flag for Bubba Parsons. With his first heat race win of 1993, it's Bubba Parsons. Steve Tuttle is second, Dave Dysinger third, Bill Huntley fourth, and Ron Mangus rounds out the top 5. So I'll have a brief intermission and be back here in a little bit with the feature racing action. So Bubba, the winner of the third heat race, Bubba, his car sponsored by event. In car number 02, it's Charlie Osborne on the pole. Outside of him in 66, that's Paul Baker Jr. The second row is Mike Brown in 20. And Zero Hill in the black number 0. Row number 3, it's Buddy Townsend in 76 and Mike Rush in 98. The fourth row consists of Sam Heckman in car number 17 and Jim Gitt in 25. Next we've got Randy Sword in 73, Jim Cruz in car number 9. Then comes Carl Stapleton and Joe Hill in the next row. Next, Gary Carter in 26 and Ken Swart in 74. Bob Justice is in 29. That's Tim Dagan in 18. 77 Bob Bocook. 53 Russ Bob. Car number 3 Ron Holbein. 65 is John Matthews, I believe the name. And then car number 93 John Adams. Back here, I got it. 30 lap limited sportsman feature here on Basil Oil, Schaff Door Company, night at the races. Kid off the pace in car 2025 with a smoking problem. The leader is Paul Baker Jr. It's Paul Baker Jr., Zero Hill, Mike Rush, Charlie Osborne. Still Paul Baker, Zero Hill, and Mike Rush. 7 laps now complete, 7 down. Third of the way through, Paul Baker Jr. still holds the top spot. Zero Hill, Mike Rush, Charlie Osborne, Mike Brown. Again tries the outside of Zero Hill through turns 1 and 2. He squeezed off on the backstretch though. Halfway this time. Now it's Zero Hill to the outside of Paul Baker Jr. Baker and Hill collide in turn 2, but they keep moving in the right direction. outside of Baker. And the new leader is Mike Rush. Zero Hill follows him through. Mike Rush out front. Zero Hill, Charlie Osborne. And pulls to a stop in the fourth turn, bringing out the race's first caution flag. First completed green flag lap, so sometimes it seems like we go back a lap or so, and we do. We have to get the complete running order, so it has to be the previous completed green flag lap that we go back to pick up a lineup. That's why oftentimes you'll see a number on the lap counter, and we go back one lap. Mike Castle and Jonathan Schwartz, you have messages in the Speedway office. Mike Castle, Jonathan Schwartz. Back to racing, 11 laps to go. Some daylight between he and Zero Hill. Spot, make that fourth spot going on. Ken Sward getting the advantage now in fourth. White flag. And the winner first time in 1993, Mike Rush. Second is Zero Hill. Third, Gary Carter. Fourth, Ken Sward. Fifth is Charlie Osborne. Sixth, Mike Brown. In 7th, Carl Stapleton. M&M Head Service, Bill's Auto Body, Signature Signs, and Bando Construction. Car owned by Jim and Linda Kane. Let's hear it from Mike Rush. Winston Racing Series late model feature. Robbie Dean and Mike Carroll are on the front row. Behind them, Bussy Blackford and Burgess White. Row number 3 is Dick Dunleavy Jr. and last week's feature winner, Bill Cantley. Then comes Terry Humphrey and Vic Tannerelli. Next, we've got car 61, Mike Ward, and 83, Lonnie Rush. Bobby Edwards is next in car number 7, along with John Ballow in 21. Then Donnie Renner in 92. And your fast qualifier guy will be here in action tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. That's Gary St. Amant in 71. Then comes 64, Bobby Fye. 47, Larry Harris. 39, Randy Maynard. Skip Thornton in 86, Craig Leist in 52, 45, Don Johnson. 16, Mike Simpson. And 19, Carlton Smith. 22 cars racing 35 laps. Basil Oil and Sean Door Company night at the races. The Chess Brown Oldsmobile pace car pulls off the track on the backstretch, and we're ready to rumble. St. Amant in 71. Trying to get that car fired. Looks like the flame appears to be out. Fire truck right on the scene. Apparently not. They stay there. Still is some smoldering embers down there. The rear panel off Burgess White's car flew out into the racetrack. Oh, I stand corrected. The nose piece on Terry Humphrey's car was stuck on the back of Burgess White's car. And that was what happened. So, and what a job Saint Amant did avoiding those cars down there. It's not. 2 laps are completed. Robbie Dean is second, Blackford third. It's followed by Dick Dunleavy Jr. in 11. That's the 4th place car. Burgess White is next. Then comes Terry Humphrey, Bill Cantley, Mike Ward, Lonnie Rush, Vic Tannerelli, John Vallow, Bobby Edwards, Gary St. Amant, and Donnie Renner. 2 laps complete. Terry Humphrey with a spin on the backstretch. Bobby Fye just waiting to get his fall in the line. Either that or he just got it restarted. But Fye underway in car 64. With Mike Carroll still out front. Robbie Dean second. Third, Bussy Blackford. Fourth, Dick Dunleavy Jr. Fifth is Burgess White. Bill Cantley into the wall along the backstretch. Not 4 laps are complete. Mike Ward, the leader in car number 15. The race for the lead, Mike Ward and Robbie Dean. Blackford is third. Here comes Vallow in car 21. Ballow's spoiler. So some frantic action back there in the pit area. A white flag this time by. Ballow is back out. He will have to start on the tail. Just from casual observation, it doesn't look like there's a problem with Ballow's car, but we're back to racing. Mike Carroll is the leader. Mike Carroll, he'll go to the outside in turns 3 and 4. Still Carroll on the inside, Robbie Dean on the outside. Bussy Blackford runs third. Ten laps complete, 10 down. A real traffic jam at the front. To the inside of Carroll down the backstretch, but he can't do it. Robbie Dean in 94 runs on the outside of Big Levy Jr. Lonnie Rush is up to 4th spot. Rush is 4th. Get the halfway signal this time. Carroll put some distance between himself and Dick Dunleavy. Robbie Dean now back to third. For the lead, Dick Dunleavy Jr. on the inside of Mike Carroll. Your new leader is Dunleavy. And he's checking out. Carroll looks to be slowing as now Robbie Dean follows Dunleavy by. And here comes St. Amant and Vallow. St. Amant is fourth, Vallow fifth. Looks like Bussy Blackford has a right front tire going down. They say right rear now. Vallow put some sheet metal on St. Amant down the front stretch. And again, Vallow and St. Amant touch in turn one. The leader is Dunleavy. Yellow flag. Bussy Blackford apparently about to stop on the backstretch. But I think we're just going to put some rosin down and give it a whirl here. Don Vallow, sixth, Lonnie Rush. Seventh is Donnie Renner. Disposes of St. Amant. He'll go after Carroll next. Vallow is third. 27 laps complete. St. Amant up to fourth in car 71. Five laps to go. Now 4 laps. Now 3 laps to go. Dunleavy, Robbie Dean, John Vallow, Gary St. Amant. flag this time for Dick Dunleavy Jr. From New Carlisle, Ohio, your winner, Dick Dunleavy Jr. The race for second, a close one. Robbie Dean is second. John Vallow third. Fourth is Gary St. Amant. Let's hear it for all these guys. What a race. Dick Dunleavy Jr., your winner. Dunleavy's car sponsored by Kansas City Life, Fast Racing Engines, Deberg Auto Body, WW Automotive, and Pitstroke Productions. Let's hear it for your winner, Dick Dunleavy Jr. The top 10 rundown on the feature finish. Dunleavy the winner. Robbie Dean comes home second. Third is John Vallow. Fourth, Gary St. Amant. Mike Carroll runs fifth. Sixth goes to Lonnie Rush. Seventh is Donnie Renner. Eighth, Burgess White. And ninth is Vic Tannerelli. I'm missing a 10th place car here, but the street stock feature, we've got Brian New and Herm Hundley on the front row. Then we've got Norman Ackerman, Jamie Hunt, Rick Honecker and Herb Pennington, Vic Matheson and Bruce Holmes, Jim McCauley and Bubba Parsons are next. Joe Pittenger, Steve Tuttle, Dave Dysinger, and Bill Hundley. Kenny Thomas and Bo Davis are next. Then comes Don Townsend Jr., Ron Mangus, Randall Borman, Mike Hamilton, Tom Idle, Dale Brown, Donald Parsons III, and Heavy Hill. Can you say traffic jam? I can't bear to watch. Who's winning? Oh, that's Brian New out front in 41. Herm Hundley second. They'll complete lap 4 this time. A tight battle for the lead. Brian New, Herm Hundley, Rick Honecker, and Herb Pennington all going at it. Your leader is Herm Hundley. Then comes Herb Pennington and Rick Honecker. Jamie Hunt is fourth. Don Townsend Jr. with close quarters down in turn number 1. Townsend is fourth in 77. Ten laps are down, 10 complete. Steps down. Herb Pennington slides inside of your leader, Herm Hundley, and Pennington is the leader. Don Townsend Jr. moves up to the third spot. Now he'll try his hand next. And he gets by Hundley as well, as does Rick Honecker. It's Herb Pennington, Don Townsend Jr., Rick Honecker, Herb Huntley. Now Townsend putting pressure on Pennington for the lead. Halfway. Townsend with a hello, how do you do to Pennington? Doing his Mike Eddy impression out there. Pennington is out in 89. Engine trouble on that car. And now Randall Boorman off the track too. Your leader is Don Townsend Jr. Second is Rick Honecker. Third now, Mike Hamilton. Herb Huntley is turned around backwards off the racetrack. Now Huntley's rolling. Your leader is Townsend, Don Townsend Jr. Rick Honecker second. Third is Mike Hamilton. Fourth, Bill Huntley. And fifth, Dale Brown. Five laps to go for Don Townsend Jr. Jr. out front. Now Mike Hamilton is second. Rick Honecker third. Bill Huntley fourth. Dale Brown fifth. Car 77, Don Townsend Jr. in heavy traffic. He'll get the white flag this time if he makes it around Vic Matheson. White flag for Don Townsend Jr. Second is 24, Mike Hamilton. Third is Rick Honecker in 72 at this point. Your winner, I believe, the first time ever for this driver, Don Townsend Jr. Second goes to Mike Hamilton. Rick Honecker third. Bill Huntley fourth. Dale Brown fifth. Heavy Hill's a lap down, so I believe the next spot is Dave Dysinger. Heavy Hill did go a lap down earlier in the event when he spun. So thanks a lot for coming out, folks. Don't forget, He learned that from Willie Ribbs. Yeah. I believe that's the first time ever for that driver.